My name's Emily Fonville. I go by Emily Jean. I'm Emily Jean on YouTube and Emily Jean Beauty on Instagram and Twitter. I actually got the egg white bites from Starbucks because I was running late. I actually never watch TV really. I mean, as like a little kid, I watched basic Disney shows, but I would say I pretty much grew up on YouTube. I've been watching makeup videos my entire life. I've watched the same like top YouTubers from the day they started about 10 years ago. So Jaclyn Hill, she's probably the one who's taught me the most like technically about makeup. I've been watching Jeffree Star for a really long time. And then a bunch of other like smaller independent YouTubers now that have just caught up to them. I started my YouTube channel my junior year of high school. I actually first started with like little travel videos on like my brother's spring break. I did a little travel video, and then I started doing makeup videos quickly after that. And once I started doing those videos and had a really good feedback, I just kept going. I never really had a break from YouTube. I'm sure like probably the longest break I've had from posting a video is like a week, which doesn't really count as a break. So ever since, I've just been posting. I did not. After high school, I went to Wayne State for a semester and I was studying business and marketing with a minor in French. I always thought that was my dream. That's what I wanted to do, and that's right when my YouTube channel started picking up, and college quickly became less of a priority for me. I went back home and then I started going to OCC for my second semester, and I realized it was holding me back from all my other dreams with YouTube and all of that kind of stuff. So I asked my parents to take a year off and they said yes, and I haven't gone back since. They definitely had like other dreams for me just because it is the normal to go to college for 4 years and go to a nice school and get that degree. But after I proved to them within that year everything I was doing, I'm very open with my parents. I tell them everything. They're very involved with what I do now, and I think that has made them a lot more comfortable. They're very supportive and proud of me. Yes, I actually did. They all did. When I started posting makeup videos, I would share it on my like personal Instagram that I've had since middle school. So everyone in my high school knew, all my friends knew, my friends were my biggest supporters. And honestly, I feel like that's one of the biggest things that helped me is I wasn't really scared of anything. People always asked me if I was nervous or if people like made fun of me, and I'm sure they did behind my back. I'm sure people still do to this day, but it never got to me, and I think that's why I've been so successful with it. Yeah, I don't listen to what other people have to say. I don't know if I really knew, like, honestly, I have two things. One, I went to Haiti. I've gone to Haiti twice on 2 mission trips, and that's when I came back from my first trip. That's when I really realized that I wanted to do something for myself in this world, like really creating something of my own. I knew I didn't want to work under a larger company because I have bigger dreams after just doing makeup on YouTube. I know that sounds so simple, but once you start growing this brand and empire of your own, you're gonna have so many other pathways you can take to, help things like I've experienced in Haiti. And I think that was one of the biggest things that pushed me to keep going. But for the one thing that helps me like actually know, okay, I can make a living from this, I can turn this into more of a business rather than just a hobby, was one of my first panels I spoke on at Blogger Bash with Femology. I spoke on my first panel, which was like such a cool experience, and then one of the last panels that I wasn't involved with was all about making money in the business side of things, and I really needed to hear from those women on that panel. I can't remember specifically who was on there, but that's when they were really talking numbers and money, and I realized what my worth was and what I've grown on my own, and since then I've been able to, actually charge brands and make a living from it. So I did just freelance makeup here and there while I was in school and back at home for people in high school still. And then I did also start working at a local boutique, a little clothing boutique, every like 2 days a week, once a week. I still actually work there now every once in a while, just to kind of have that schedule of having a boss and having the 9 to 5 to give me a little bit of structure while I was still like getting onto my feet, and still kind of being in the realm of working at a boutique and sales and things like that. I think has helped me a lot. I have two things. One is pretty obvious, and it's if you're going to start it, you can't stop. You just have to keep pushing. I hear a lot of people, they tell me all the time, oh, I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel, or I want to be an influencer. And I don't think you can say, I want to be an influencer and become that. I think it just happens naturally. When I started my YouTube channel, I never thought, oh, I want to be an influencer. You can't. I think that just comes as people start listening to you and caring about what you have to say. That's when you are influencing people, and that's what makes you an influencer. So I think it's really hard on like younger kids now because that's such like a cool thing to do. But I think it's really about posting videos that you want to post, posting content that you want to post, being true to yourself, and then let those people come to you if that's what they want to enjoy watching. So don't do anything for anyone else, just do it for yourself. People ask me this all the time, especially my mom. When I first started, about like probably not when I first started, but about a year ago when things were picking up a little bit, I always told myself I wanted to have a makeup line. And that's why I actually started. My name is Emily Jean Beauty because I knew that would be consistent throughout my career. If I did start a makeup line, that name would follow through. It's a little bit different now. That's probably like a 20-year goal now just because there is so much that goes into a makeup line. But I think just staying consistent with what I'm doing, working with new people. I really love doing music videos and more like acting jobs. So it'd be really cool to get more into that, maybe with an agency or something like that to kind of have. With YouTube and all of my influence, you need all these different jobs to bring you up and keep growing. So yeah, I think those are my next 5-year goals. Well, I just recently moved out on my own, so I think just being able to, do the main things is like paying rent and taking care of myself, staying healthy, staying on a good schedule, and just keeping myself happy.